Yeah, this is the Marv 800 back once again. I thought today I'd quickly show my wrestling book collection. I'm also gonna have showing my wrestling magazines down the road too coming up. So stay tuned for that. Also showing wrestling magazines, and in the next couple of weeks I should have a DVD update. I'm just waiting until I get enough DVDs to do an update. So anyways, let's get started. Okay, the first ones I'm gonna show Ric Flair to be the man book. Now, a couple of these, including this Ric Flair one, I haven't read yet because I just got these at a yard. I found these at a yard sale a couple weekends ago, so a couple of these I haven't read yet. Some of these books, but I heard this is a pretty good book, Ric Flair to be the man. I know a lot of people on here has it. I wish they had the hardcover edition to it, but I got the paperback. So there's Ric Flair to be a man. Another one, It's Good to Be the King Sometimes, Jerry Lawler. Another one, Mankind, Have a Nice Day, Mick Foley. And there it shows all his injuries on the back. I know people showing this book on here quite a few times. So not a bad book. Okay, the next one is, I think this is from the 90s, either 90s or is it like from 2000, something like that. Rulers of the Ring Wrestling's Hottest Superstars. This book I didn't care for too much, but it's alright, I guess. Okay, the next one is Pain and Passion, The History of Stampede Wrestling. This is a really good one on the history of Stampede. I love this book. Some good stuff on the Dynamite Kid and that in there, and Bret Hart and all the Hart family. Very, very good book. Okay, the next one is a couple of rare ones from the 80s. This one's Ringside Wrestling Great Grudge Match. It shows Superfly Jimmy Snuka and Ray Stevens on the front. On the back, you see Kamal and Sergeant Slaughter. I can't remember where I got this from, but it's a pretty rare book. Okay, the next one is another rare Hulk Hogan one from the 80s. On Hulk Hogan, the cover's a little faded on the front of it. It used to be an old library book. I can't remember where I got this from, but probably took it from school and never took it back. Library card in it. Okay, the next one is a lot of books that people showing on here. Heartbreak and Triumph, the Shawn Michaels story. Very, very good book. Love this book. Very good one. Shawn Michaels really goes deep on this book. Very good book to have. Okay, my next one. Took these off the shelf in a while. The next one is a book that a lot of people have is the Hollywood Hulk Hogan book. Very good book, interesting. Me being a big Hogan fan, of course, I'm going to have this book. It's pretty good. Okay, the next one is Wrestling and Pictorial History. This one's a pretty rare one. It's got some good pictures in it. It's got the chapter on the main wrestlers. It's got chapters on the Immortals. It's called Frank Gotch, Lou Thesz, Gorgeous George, Ric Flair, and Hulk Hogan are the only ones that have chapters on themselves. It's under the Immortals section. So this is a really good book to have if you don't have this in your collection. So a very good book to pick up. Okay, the next one is the Encyclopedia of Professional Wrestling, 2nd edition with Steve Austin, Triple H, and The Rock on the front. This came out, I think, like 2001 or something. Something like that. Very interesting book. It's got everybody that you'd want to know over from the history right back from the early days. It's got a lot of really old stuff in it. It goes all the way back to like Everett Marshall, Farmer Burns is in here. Ed Strangler Lewis, shows a good picture of him. George Hackensack, the first recognized world champion, all the way up to the modern wrestlers. So everybody in here that you'd want's in this book, so it's a good one to have. Okay, the next one is a pretty rare one. Bret Hitman Hart, the best there is, best there was, the best ever will be. You've heard Handyman talk about this one on here. Got this one on in my collection also. Two pretty good books. Okay, the next one, this one I also didn't get a chance to read yet too because I just have it, but I'm getting ready to get it read soon. Is In the Pit with Roddy Piper. Includes color photos of him. There's one picture I particularly like. Oh yeah, Right there is Roddy Piper getting the Intercontinental belt right there. It's a good shot. Piper with the Intercontinental belt. So that's a pretty good book. Can't wait to read that. Okay, the next few of these are going to be rare paperbacks. A couple of these are from the 80s. One's called Strange and Amazing Wrestling Stories with Kerry Von Erich and Ric Flair on the cover. I haven't seen this little paperback around too many places. I found this at a yard sale years ago. Another one, next one, also from a yard sale too. I got this like 1991 at a yard sale, Hulkamania. I was like in grade 1 when I got this. Hulk Hogan, America's Hero by Abbott Neal. That's a very, very good book. Pretty rare one. I don't know if I've ever seen anybody else with this paperback on here, but it's a nice one on Hogan. It's got some good pictures in it of him in here. So it's all during his WWF run, and before he even has his early WWF run here, and he was managed by Freddie Blassie. So, and I think this came out, let me just check the date real quick. Yeah, it came out in '85. And the next one's from the 90s. It's called Wrestling Renegades. I think this came out in '99, I believe. Not a bad book. It's okay, I guess. Okay, and the next one is the WWF Wrestling Official Book with Hogan on the front. This is a pretty rare one. Not a bad book. Okay, and the next one is called Wrestling's Great Grudge Matches, also from the 80s. It shows Kerry Von Erich, Ric Flair in the same picture it shows on the Strange and Amazing Wrestling Stories paperback. Slaughter and Kamala, Hogan, Snuka from WrestleMania 1. There's the back with Andre and everybody on it. Superstar Billy Graham, Dusty Rhodes, Flair, Snuka, Albano. There's the back of it. Okay, the next one's Wrestling Tributes. This one's about the wrestlers that's passed on. This is a very good book. I think there's a second one out now, but I just got the first one. It's got Owen Hart, Brian Pillman, Rick Rude, Andre the Giant, Bruiser Brody, Fritz Von Erich, Kerry Von Erich, Yokozuna, Junkyard Dog, Giant Baba, Buddy Rogers, John Studd, Ray Stevens, Louis Spicoli, Art Barr, Eddie Gilbert, Boris Malenko, Dino Bravo, Jimbo Trusty, and Gordon Soley. And my last one, my favorite. Actually, I do have another one, but I have to find it. It's called, I have another one with the 100 Greatest Wrestlers of All Time. It shows Ric Flair on the cover. Ric Flair was #1 in it, I believe, and Lou Thesz was second in the book. Or something like that. I have it somewhere in my book collection. I'll have to see if I can find that and show it when I do have it. But I do have that one as well, the 100 Greatest Wrestlers of All Time. I think it came out in like 2002, but I don't know where it is right now. And also my last one in this wrestling book collection update is the WWE Encyclopedia book. This is my favorite. I bet you this is a lot of people's favorites on here. It should be a wrestling book that no wrestling fan should be without. Any WWF wrestler I want to look up is in this book. Very, 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 very good book. This is the best wrestling book I own. Bar none. This is just the best. Very, very good book. You can find pretty well anybody in here. Big John Studd, Big Boss Man. Barry Horowitz is in here. Angelo King Kong Mosca. The Islanders. What else do we got here? Buddy Rogers. Goldberg. Gorilla Monsoon. Hacksaw Jim Duggan. The Hardy Boys. Haystacks Calhoun. Hercules. Hillbilly Jim. The Honky Tonk Man. Of course, Hulk Hogan. Most recognized icon in professional wrestling. The Hulkster, no doubt about it. Is also in here. There's a good chunk of Ric Flair on here too. Let's see if I can find it quick. This video is going to run out. Where's that good chunk on Ric Flair if I can get to it before this video runs out? Rock. Freaking here. Oh yeah, right there. There's a good chunk on Ric Flair too in here. It's a nice one on Ric Flair. So, anyways, this has been the Marv 800, and that's been my wrestling book collection. And I'm out. Peace. Stay tuned for my upcoming videos. I'll have a DVD update coming up soon. I'm also going to show my wrestling magazine collection too coming up in an upcoming video. So anyways, peace.